Adapt, what's going on? So today I want to present an opportunity and a bit of a guide as to the Binance Smart chain. And I think this is very important because we are in the middle of a bull run and you want to know, where is your money going to be best treated? What is going to make you the most gains? Well, how am I going to get my 10x's? And there's a trend that we've identified within ADAPTCrypto that you need to be aware of and you need to be prepared for. And being on this completely foreign network, it can be very daunting. So I'm going to provide you a guide on the Binance Smart chain, how to set it up. I'll give you a quick overview first of what's been happening and why we're sort of really focusing on the Binance Smart chain, and then I'll go into the actual tutorial itself. Feel free to use the timestamps. So you can use our Telegram, Discord, and you can just communicate with other members who are learning and working together. It's completely free, by the way. We don't charge any sort of fee. There's no VIP group. And more importantly, we don't pump our own bags at your expense. So join us. Love to hear from you. Right, let's crack into it. So what is the Binance Smart chain? It's the home of the BNB currency and roughly sort of set up around mid-2019. And, for simplicity's sake, I'm not going to go into significant detail about, the Binance Smart Chain 2 and Binance Smart Chain 2.0. But you can just sort of see it as a bit of a copy and paste on the Ethereum network. And I know some of you technical guys are going to pull me up on that, but that's fine. Just bear with me. I can put some links down in the description. So if you want to do some of your own homework, you can. So why is the Binance Smart Chain so similar to Ethereum? Now, there's a lot of jokes that it's been a bit of a copy and paste, but the reason is that it uses Solidity for its main language to interact with contracts. The only real difference is React, the coding software React, how it interacts between the contract and the front end stuff. So, like the user interfaces, like on websites, that sort of stuff. So what does this actually mean? Why am I putting this out to you? It's important to understand this because, we now see how easy it is to potentially grab code that's on the Ethereum network and bring it over to the Binance Smart Chain. And with that being said, and everything's being open source, you could imagine the possibilities that can happen. So with this, and also looking at some of the transactions that are happening on the Binance Smart Chain, this led me to the decision to really point this out to our community. And we were all able to get on BNB, Cake, and a few other significant Binance Smart Chain cryptocurrencies at an early stage, and the community is doing very well. So I just want to sort of share this tutorial for those who are still a little bit slow. There's still opportunity on the Binance Smart Chain as long as the Ethereum gas prices continue to be overwhelming. All right. The other opportunity and our other thought process for moving across to or focusing in on the Binance Smart Chain was Uniswap, right? We all remember Uniswap and how explosive it was once it really gained some adoption, right? And the gains that people made, people were becoming millionaires overnight by simply getting on these projects that they didn't really have any idea about on this decentralized platform. However, our group are very inept with the Uniswap. And we've noticed a trend that the Ethereum gas prices is really destroying, or I wouldn't say destroying, but it's nerfing the ability for new projects to launch new teams to launch projects. It also nerfs the ability for people to sort of put in those small dollars onto these Uniswap projects, and it's really having a detrimental effect to the Ethereum network. So with that being said, we know that when Uniswap started to really kick off, it exploded, right? We now know that the Binance Smart Chain is almost identical to the Ethereum sort of network, I know it's not really the network, but the virtual machine, we now know that with this bit of information and logic, we should be able to expect the exact same thing on the Binance Smart Chain, and that is literally what's happening. So what I'm going to show for you now is some of the transactions on the Binance and Ethereum Smart Chain. Now, full disclosure, I really do love the Ethereum network. I still hold an enormous part of my portfolio in Ethereum. However, I have decided to move some of my funds from the Ethereum, my Ethereum holdings into BNB, and purely because of what I have up on the screen here. On the left here, we have the Binance Smart Chain, and on the right, we have the Ethereum network, and we can have a look at how many transactions are actually pumping on these networks. And you can see here that Ethereum has been sitting on about 1.25 million transactions, and then you look at Binance there, it's double. So with this piece of information and the information I gave earlier, this is what led me to sort of really announce this and identify this opportunity for our Adapt community. So one of the other reasons why the Ethereum network has been absolutely booming this bull run is because of the DeFi sector. And if you haven't noticed already, DeFi is absolutely killing it. People will put their money where it is best treated, and that is an absolute fact. And on the right here, you can see DeFi and its growth on the Ethereum network, and it's been absolutely explosive. But if we have a look here on the left, the Binance Smart Chain, and I've watched this literally double in less than a week. In fact, in a few days, it's doubled. Now, before we go any further, I do want to say if anyone was around for the Uniswap craze and how much it boomed, there were a lot of scams happening. And that's because there was not only a lack of knowledge, but a lack of other projects to help support and guide investors getting in on ICOs, IDOs, whatever you want to call them. Right, so these days on the Ethereum network, we have things like Unicrypt, we have DEX tools helping us sort of chart things out. We have launch platforms like PokerStarter, TrustSwap, and Paid Network, and the nerds. There's quite a few of them. Now, we don't have that on the Binance Smart Chain. So that means anyone's just launching projects on the Binance Smart Chain, and there is high risk for this. Although I am looking at one project called Binance Smart Chain Pad, Launchpad essentially. I have yet to do my research on it, but anyway, well, my point is that there is not a lot of tools that you can use to help guide your investments on the Binance Smart Chain yet. So this is very high risk, but also very high reward. Okay team, I'm going to give you a tutorial and I'm going to blast through it. That way you can sort of skip to where you want, and we'll keep this nice and short, hey? So firstly, I'm not going to I recommend that you don't type in any sort of links or you search for this on Google, but you can search for CoinGecko. This is actually not too bad. We want to do CoinGecko. Up the top right here in the search bar, you want to type in Binance, click on Binance and click on the website link there. This is just to reduce risk. Then you want to go to the 9 squares up in the top left, scroll down to DEX, let it load, we're waiting. You want to click on wallet, you want to click on Binance Chain Wallet. Go continue. You can set up Metamask, you can use your Trust wallet, but I recommend separate guides for that. I might dive into the Metamask one. So anyway, we've got here Binance Chain Wallet. By Binance Chain, we want to go to add to Firefox. Here it is, coming up with a notification. Manage your add-ons, blah blah blah. Allows you to run in private windows. Okay, got it. And now we have Binance Smart Chain at the top right here. Then we want to go to I do not own a wallet. You want to create a password, and I just made up a password. And let's go. There we go, just made up a crappy password. All right, you got your seed phrase here. This is your private key, so just do not tell this to anyone. Do not save it on a computer, write it down on a piece of paper, put that piece of paper in a secure location, or if you're going to put it in anything, any sort of digital product, you want to put it on something that doesn't connect to the wider web or the internet. So anyway, click to copy, cool. So now that you have your wallet, you want to head back over to the CoinGecko. You want to type in Pancakeswap. And from here, you want to go to website. Now, first things first, you're going to have to look at getting your funds onto the Binance Smart Chain wallet that you have. Now, how you do this, I can't do a video for everyone's sort of scenario, but you want to make sure wherever you're sending it from, that it can that it can interact with the Binance Smart Chain, and it can send on the BEP20. Now, I do know there is a bridge for that, but I'm going to leave that for a separate video. Anyway, you want to click on receive. It gives you a QR code. You can also just copy and paste your address here. That is your Binance Smart Chain address, and then you just put it into whatever the application that you have your that you currently have your funds on, and then you just type it in and withdraw, and it should arrive here, and then it'll show up here. You may need to add tokens. So if you're not sending BNB, you might send BUSD, you might send Tether, you might send ETH even. You've got to add them, and they do have a few here. You can see Atom, there's Band, there's Binance Wrapped ETH. What else? There's quite a few. There's Doge. And there's Ethereum right there. Okay. So you can add these things yourself, and if they don't come up in this list, do not stress. You can, you can add these manually. You can also find these on CoinGecko as well. You can copy the contract. That is the contract address on the Binance Smart Chain, right? You can then go back to your wallet, and you can add it here. You just type it in right there, and you can see, oh yeah, okay, cool. We're gonna add it, and now it's been added. Next, Pancakeswap. You can literally look at this as Uniswap. It is copy and paste. If you have a look at the code, Uniswap is actually still in the code. So it's a shame, but it's a bit of a lol as well. Pancakeswap, purely because it's the one with the most market share. You can see here total value locked is 3 billion. Just a couple of days ago, this was less than 2 billion. So just another example how crazy the Binance Smart Chain is doing whilst the ETH network sorts itself out. Next, you want to be able to connect your Binance Smart Chain wallet. Click on connect up at the top right. You want to click on Binance Chain wallet, and then you want to go connect, and then you go. And you can see there that's my address. Now, you've got home. This is the main page here. It sort of just advertises all their sort of main projects, or whatever they're sort of marketing at the time. It has a lottery system, it has farming and staking, and a whole part of this, the DeFi and degen space, is all about staking with these high interest rewards. Okay, and if you can get in early enough, right, essentially you're earning something that's going to keep rising in value, and then you can sell it on to the next person. That's just the way it is, right? Whereas the Uniswap and Ethereum network is not only plagued with huge gas fees, but there are significant whales on there, and you find that the DeFi space is, or at least with the very basic sort of projects, after a while aren't profitable anymore. In fact, you lose money in farming. So anyway, let's go to the trade function. So if you want to, just like Uniswap, you want to swap tokens, go trade, go exchange. And here you'd have your BNB. For some reason, it's disconnected to my wallet. Cool. Anyway, you want to have your BNB here, and then if you want to buy a token, let's say we want to buy Cake, you just click Cake, and there it is, and you just simply put in 1, and it says that's how much you'll get. It's nice enough to also give you a Cake price in the bottom left corner. Now, there are advantages to using your Metamask wallet, and that is you are able to change your gas fees. But before we click on that and start interacting, you want to go to settings, and here is your slippage. This is your slippage here. Now, let's just say you're trying to race other people to get in on a launch, right? You need to make sure that you are competitive and that you won't get rejected. So if for instance, the price goes up 0.9% or 0.8 0.00001%, you will your swap request will be rejected. I also recommend that you reduce the 20 minutes to 3 minutes. You don't want your transaction lasting for up to 20 minutes. It's silly. If you're in a competitive, not so competitive environment, not like it's just like, oh yeah, it's going up, might put down 3%. If it's really popping, you want to go 15%. Right, and if you want to be competitive, you might want to go 49%. Now, here's a warning here: your transaction may be front run, and that is absolutely correct. It could be front run, so just keep that in mind. I'm not going to go into front running. It's a bot essentially that takes advantage of your slippage. Right, and then you want to click on swap. You want to go. It sort of gives you a bit of detail here. Your price per, you get 14.49 cake per BNB. You have a minimum receive, that's the bare minimum in accordance with the slippage that you provided. And you can see here, now we have the transaction here. This is going to be the transaction ID. Scroll down, I have no idea what nunce means. Sorry, it's a bit fidgety. I have no idea what nunce or nunce means. This is the gas price here, a gas limit, and this is the cost of your transaction, and this is how much BNB you'll be charged out of your wallet. Now, it's always important to check this sort of stuff. You want to make sure the gas isn't too crazy. Also, with MetaMask, you can actually adjust your gas fees, so that does give you a competitive edge. Essentially, you just up your gas, and the nodes will want to obviously be paid more. So if you're going to offer more, they will choose your transaction over other transactions. Next, you want to go confirm. All right, submitted. You can view on Binance Scan, and there you go. It hasn't been. It's still going through, and you can see here the swap has been confirmed. So that's done. You can sort of see there's my cake balance, there is my BNB balance. Okay, next we have farms. This here is where you want to add liquidity, and you earn, essentially that's what you earn per year. Okay, if you would have held it in there, as long as, and this number will fluctuate the more people sort of put money in. So if everyone starts putting the money in, it'll actually shrink because it's got to be able to share that amongst those who are providing liquidity, or the less people there are, then the more you get, right? So anyway, you can sort of scroll through here if you've got tokens. So I'll start with this first one here. It's saying if you have a BNB and Cake LP, you can earn this amount. If you own Swing Buy token and BNB LP, you can earn this much, all right, and so on. So you got, Berry and BNB. It sort of gives you like a bit of a bonus here. Some they sort of want to promote more than others. You sort of scroll through there, find the projects that you sort of like. I'm not going to go into too much depth at this stage, but that's farms. Now, to make liquidity tokens, you want to go to trade, you want to go to liquidity, and that's it. You pretty much, there's your liquidity there. You want to add liquidity. It's saying Binance. It's also saying what your other token was. So let's just say we wanted to take advantage of the Binance and Cake token. You've got to add 1 BNB and 14.52 cake, and essentially, there's your supply. So that's where you supply that, then it'll swap your tokens, and then you get an LP token, and that's where you'll go back to farm, right? And then you just simply go, sorry, it's frustrating, it keeps asking, you go approve contract. Once you approve it, it's just to allow the LP to access your wallet, right? And then you want to go, once you've finished approving, then you want to go provide liquidity, and then it sits there, and then you sit there earning that amount, and it'll tell you how much you've earned, and you click on harvest, and that's how you collect it, and it goes into your wallet. And in this case, you can see here, you will earn cake tokens. Here you have the syrup pool. So essentially you put in cake, and you can earn more cake, and there's your how much you can earn there. You got swing buy, you earn swing buy tokens, you can earn berry tokens, you can earn Z tokens, you can earn whatever you damn well want, to be honest. There aren't a lot in here, that's something you got to sort of look at, but that's pools. Here is a lottery, mostly just a bit of fun, to be honest. You can sort of go in, buy a ticket. You can buy, one ticket, and you go in the draw to sort of win,
that much cake. Essentially, if your number is chosen, I will buy 1 ticket, and just for lols, for the stream, and let's see it sort of come up. We'll wait for the transaction to be processed, pending confirmation, and there you go. I have 1 ticket. It'll be drawn in 23 minutes, and I'll let you know if I'm a millionaire by the end. Okay, teams. Let's go NFTs. This is a space here that needs to develop. I'm not going to go into this. You got teams and profile. Syrup Storm. Okay, so they do have teams here. I need to do a bit more research in this, but pretty cool. You know, task center. I'm not too familiar with the tasks. It's really up to you whether you want that. Profile setup. Info. All right, now one of the problems that I see with the Binance Smart Chain, there's nothing that's really, and I know there's AstroTools, I know there's ChartX, but on a launch, there's nothing that's really capturing that information and providing a chart at this stage. But you can click on Overview, and this is essentially gives you a graph just like Uniswap, which is absolutely terrible. So you know, you can sort of find what you want. Let's just go Cake token, and it should bring up a chart. It's a terrible chart. You can't do anything really with this, unfortunately. I'm not going to even show you it's that bad. So let's go back. Right, now some of the launches on Pancake will use the IFO. It just means initial farm offering. What you need to do to participate in this case, you had to get BNB and your Cake token. You make a Liquidity pool token, and then you put it in here. And they give you a period of time of like roughly an hour, and then you can earn IFO, and that the amount that you're given is based on how much percentage of the pool that you own. So if you own 50% of the pool, you'll get 50% of these tokens here. It's an interesting concept. You know, I'm not really sold on it, to be honest. I probably could have made more money if I had just bought Berry when it sort of took off. In fact, I could have made a 34x. So, okay, team. So next, I'm going to teach you guys how to set up your Metamask so that you can access it on the Binance Smart Chain. I'm going to have this guide. This is the Binance guide to how you set up your Metamask in the description. So you just click on that, and it's got all the details with all the RPC links. Next, all right. So firstly, we test to see if the Binance Smart Chain is added on the networks. It's not there. So I want to go to accounts. I want to go to settings. I want to scroll down to networks. I highly recommend that you expand view, by the way, which is just here. It usually comes up here under 3 dots. Anyway, settings, networks, add network. We're going to call it Binance Smart Chain. You want to get now they got testnet and they got mainnet. You want mainnet, of course. So you click on mainnet. Let's go to BSC dataseed.binance.org. Copy and paste that bad boy. Let's go back here. So the mainnet you want here is chain ID should be 56. You want currency symbol, which is BNB, and then this is optional, but you can have this there as well, and you just simply want to go save, and there it is, it's added. So let's go back now. Binance Smart Chain, it's been selected. This wallet will now interact with Binance Smart Chain. You can add tokens. Let's just try it. Let's go Cake, for instance. Pancake swap. Anyway, there it is. There's Binance 56. Let's add tokens. Okay, there's BNB. That's a shifty looking BNB, but there's BNB right there. Okay, and that's it.
Well, there you have it, team. You have a complete tutorial on how to use the Binance Smart Chain, how to use Pancakeswap, similar to what Uniswap is, and how you can set up your wallets. I hope that helped. If you love the content that we're producing, like, subscribe, and I'll keep this stuff coming. Send me a comment. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know what your favorite projects are on the Binance Smart Chain. Until next time, join us in the Telegram. I'll see you there.